album Other Voices that was released just after Jim Morrison passed away. It's a beautiful tribute actually to Jim Morrison. I admire Oliver Stone for tackling the subject of the Doors. Obviously he loved the band, I love the band, and I think it was an ambitious project. I think he missed the mark in a way, in a big way, as far as how he portrayed Jim Morrison. What my problem with the film, technically it's really well done, but the problem that I have is that it is searching too much for the spectacular. So it's really portraying the side of Jim Morrison, which is just the excessive side, with drugs and alcohol and sex, but it doesn't portray the other side of Jim Morrison, which I think was probably the dominant side, which was the more quiet and kind and just very close to his bandmates. And so we don't really see that in the film. That's too bad, and I think that's the problem that Ray Manzarek, he hates the film, and he kind of split from the two other band members, John Densmore, the drummer, and Robbie Krieger, on that topic, because they love the film. Ray Manzarek said, no, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And that's what he talks about. He talks about the fact that it really went for the flashy excess, which is, I think, a little bit the style of Oliver Stone. He's a filmmaker, obviously, and screenwriter I really admire, but he's really into the spectacular, and that, I think that's too bad, because technically the film was so good. So I still listen to a lot of the Doors music. 50 years later, the music hasn't aged, and these four guys were so close to each other, and the balance of poetry and very high musicality is just amazing. They were so tight. None of the song was credited to a musician from the Doors. It was always signed the Doors, every single song. So it was really a group, like a team effort. Every song they produced, they all participated in the creation of the song, which I think is so wonderful, and it is so rare in rock and pop and prog rock, because of the egos. The egos are so prevalent in music at that level of stardom, and the Doors never had that. They didn't care about the ego. That's a wonderful lesson to get from them. They were very humble guys, and they were all about the music. Another amazing filmmaker who recognized that is Francis Ford Coppola. He opens, well, it doesn't open, very early on, if I remember correctly, I have to watch it again. He opens the film on the Vietnam War that he did with the Doors, with the end. So Apocalypse Now, I remember. I think there was Wagner music with the helicopters, but at the same time the end comes in very early in the movie. So the end from the Doors, a long piece of 8 minutes long or 10 minutes long, is a critical component of the film. So that was for the Doors.